I'm making it a tag. 7 weird, strange things about me. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila. Thank you so very much for being here today. Well, I'm making my very first tag. It's only one question. Can you name 7 strange, weird, odd, quirky things about yourself? Due to the great response and engagement I had in a video I did about 2 weeks ago on 7 strange, weird things about me, I decided I need to make this a tag. And I had a couple YouTubers suggest that it be a tag, or that they would like to do it as a tag. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 7 more strange, weird things about me. It seems like a lot of my weirdnesses are around different types of foods. So here goes number 1. I cannot put anything in my mouth that moves or wiggles or jiggles. Oh my gosh, it feels like it's alive in your mouth. For example, Jell-O. I cannot put Jell-O in my mouth. You know how Jell-O's so wiggly and I just can't even stand the thought of it. Or another example would be jelly. Now I love jam because it's smooth, but jelly is kind of clumpy and it just feels like it's moving in my mouth. Can't do it. Number 2, rubbery or skin-like foods. Ugh, cannot stand it. For example, deviled eggs. Now the yellow part I could eat if it's cooked real good. But the white part, oh my goodness, like on a hard-boiled egg or a deviled egg, never, ever, ever would I let that touch my lips. It looks like the texture of rubber or skin, like a human's skin or something. It looks so thick and it's just such a turn off to me. I can't stand it. Another example would be mushrooms. I have seen Dave cook mushrooms and they gross me out. They look like rubber or kind of decaying body skin. Does anybody else see it that way? Plus I think they're poisonous. So no, not for me. Number 3, containers for leftovers. The container has to be the exact size to hold the leftover. It cannot be too big. I've seen some people have leftovers, just say macaroni and cheese, and they put it in one of these Rubbermaid or plastic containers, and it may fill it up 2/3 of the way or 3/4 of the way. I would have to take it back out and search for another container because it has to be the perfect size to fit that amount of food. It can't be smaller than that. So if I have to put it in here and realize, no, there's room left, I can't use that, then I'll try another container and another and another. I end up with a lot of dirty containers I have to wash, but that's okay. It has to fit in the container perfectly. Number 4, utensils. I cannot eat with a standard size fork. Just can't do it. I don't know why. I just can't do it. So I have to eat with the smaller fork. So I guess you call it the salad fork. It's shorter. It has to be this fork. It cannot be this fork. no matter what I'm eating. And as far as spoons go, whether I'm stirring my coffee, eating a bowl of oatmeal or Cheerios, I cannot use these little teaspoons. No way. I want the bigger one, the tablespoon size. It just has to be. I want nothing to do with this size spoon for any reason. And then as far as a knife goes, I don't use knives. I don't want one at the table at my place setting. I don't want to see a knife. I never set a knife for myself. I don't use knives. Anything I eat, I can cut up with my little fork. Because I don't eat meat, I don't need a knife. And I just don't like knives of any kind. And I don't want to see one at my place setting. So no knives for me. Number 5, I do not like even numbers. I love odd numbers. And when it comes to food, things have to be in odd numbers. If I'm going to eat a cookie, I can eat 1 cookie, 3 cookies, 5 cookies. I can't eat 2 or 4 or 6. It has to be an odd number of whatever I'm eating. And I like odd numbers in everything. I think I shared an example with someone, one of my subscribers, in the comment section, that if I buy the big pack of toilet paper, which comes in a 12 pack, I can put 11 of them on the shelf, not the 12th one. It has to go somewhere else because 12 is an even number. I have to have 11. Number 6, I can't use new, thick, or fluffy bath towels. I can't stand them. I don't want them to touch my body. You should see some of my bath towels. Now I have nice ones that I put out when we have company and guests. But for my own personal use, it has to be the oldest, thinnest, raggedy looking towel that I have. And I have plenty of very old towels that I've had for 20, 25, 30 years. They just look like an old rag. But that's what I have to dry off with. I will not dry off with a fluffy or thick or new towel. Don't want it touching my body. And number 7, I intentionally look for smudge marks, dust on top of fan blades, like ceiling fan blades, any kind of dirt or something. Like I inspect the, what do you call that up in the ceiling? The air intake, the big grill that you have usually up in the ceiling for your air conditioning and heat. I inspect it. I have to scrutinize it. And I'm looking for any dirt or dust. The same with the ceiling fan blades. I look, and I have to look on top of them to see if there's dust. And it's not because I'm such a fanatic on dust. It's just those particular things. It drives me crazy. Or if I look in a mirror or a piece of glass, and it could be perfectly clear, but there's one spot on it, one little smudge. It drives me insane. I have to clean the whole mirror. I just can't stand to see that one spot or that one smudge. And this isn't just during cleaning days when I'm cleaning a room. I look for it. I go from room to room to check glass frames and mirrors and TV screens to see if I see a smudge. I do that. So there you have it. 7 more weird, strange things about me. And I have many more. And when I say weird, strange things, you could call it oddities, quirks, peculiarities, idiosyncrasies, whatever you want to call it. It's just certain things that are part of me that it's just who I am. It's the weirdness in me, or at least I call it weirdness. But you know what I learned from doing the video 2 weeks ago on 7 weird, strange things about me? Is that we all have our own ways. We all have these oddities and things that we do that may seem strange to others, and yet you find out it isn't, because of all the engagement in the comments section. Some of the things that I thought were really weird and strange, other people do it too. And so I say let's just embrace it, because it's who we are. It makes us unique, and it makes us special, in my opinion. So this is officially a tag, and I am tagging anybody, everybody, any YouTuber that wants to do it, if you're brave enough to tell on yourself and name 7 strange or weird things about yourself. And also to all my subscribers, golly, you all really shared in the last one, and I appreciate it so much. And if anybody here is new and you want to share something in the comments section, please do. It was so engaging. It was great to learn so much about each other, and it's fun to laugh at ourselves. It makes us realize that even though we're all different, we're all the same. Well, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today is on character versus quirks. Does God care about our quirks? In my opinion, no, He wouldn't. But He does care about our character. Our character is what matters. That's what truly means something and says something about who we are as a human being. To me, the Bible is like a character textbook. It's full of instructions on how to live righteously and how to live in a godly manner. That's what really matters, not our quirks, our weirdness, our strange, odd things that we do. As I've said before many times in other videos, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We develop certain personality traits along the way throughout our life, and they become part of who we are, but not the important part of who we are. The important part is our character. How we live, how we love, how we present ourselves. Those are the things that matters. So it's fun to laugh at ourselves and talk about these things, but never forget how special you are and how perfect you are in the eyes of God. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!